Hey, so I'm realizing that's probably actually a good thing that the video stopped when it did, because if you just wanted to learn how to do false lashes, you can watch this one. If you wanted to know how to do full glam, you can watch both. If you just wanted brows, you can watch the first one. Okay, so we are going to do our eyeshadow. This is probably the most time-consuming part of this whole process. I don't get super fancy, and I don't use a lot of colors because I just don't really think that there's a point to it because I'm not a Picasso. So you take your biggest brush, your biggest fluffiest brush, and you're going to come in with your all over color. Your all over color is typically your lightest color. So I'm going to use my lightest one, which is this one right here. And I'm going to come in here. Doop, doop, doop. See the difference? It just basically right sizes or puts on a level playing field like your whole lid versus this is a little splotchy. Slap this on here real quick. Okay, and so next you want to go in with your crease color. I am going to wear cool tones tonight, so I don't want to do a warm toned like color on my face. And I want them to be really light because I'm going to wear a dark lip because I got some new lipstick for Christmas from my dog. So come here. Just bring this over. By the way, I have a lot of space between here and here, just on my face. And so you flip it so your brush is like this. And then when you get like mid-eye, flip it so your brush is like this. So that way you have a more precise line that you can blend to. Otherwise, you're just gonna have big swaths of makeup, and that makes it harder to blend. And the other one. So there's a couple of tricks that I've learned along the years. One is learn to open your eyes when you're doing this so you can see where you need to correct. The other one is have your hair in a place to where, like, I typically wear my hair to one side, this side. Now, it's not flat ironed and I'm not finished doing it yet, right? But I want to see how this is hitting on, like, in relation to my face. So spatially, I have it. See, so what I can tell right now is spatially I need to come up here higher to fill in this gap. And your hair helps to balance out the final look. Fix that here. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with one more darker color that I will want it blending into the rest. For this, I'm using a brush that's angled. I don't know if you can tell, but it's slightly angled like this. So I'm picking up a color called Activist. I'm going to activize these eyes. It's a real dark, like maroon color. I can use the camera to look at this. Okay, notice how there's like little white lines here where the powder didn't get in. I'm not too concerned about it because I'm going to blend that all away. So it's okay. I just kind of want it in the corner so I can feather it into the rest of the eye. I'll take my big fan brush. Fan any fallout. By the way, if you guys are looking for brands, if you use Urban Decay, big on fallout. Fallout's where like the eyeshadow doesn't have a lot of like cream or oils in it, and then like it peppers down here. Ugh. So I'm just gonna blend this in now. Blend, 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 blend. And literally all I'm doing is just rubbing my brush back and forth. Like there's no fanciness to this. Blend. Blend. Okay. Done. Alright. Eyeliner. Here's the thing. Don't wear black eyeliner during the day unless you're a hooker. Or unless you're a hooker. Don't do it during the day. At night you can. Also, do not wear eyeliner the same color as your eyes. If you've got green eyes, get some plum. If you've got brown eyes, get some blue. If you've got blue eyes, get some brown. It brings out like the flecks and all other happy horse crap. Plum is also pretty on a brown eye. So keep that in mind. However, it's dark as shit out and I'm a hooker, so I'm gonna wear black today. You want to put on your eyeliner and then your mascara because this is gonna dry. While it's drying, we're gonna hit our cheeks, we're gonna do our highlight, and then we're gonna come back with the placement of our falsies. So this, I have to look in a mirror to do this. I don't like using liquid because I apparently picked up the shakes at some point in my life. And y'all remember that little Caesars commercial when she was putting on her lipstick in the plane and it was like, blah, 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 blah. Well, it's me with liquid eyeliner. I don't like going in the watermark of my eyes. I feel like that leads to disease. So I really just do a line down here. And then one right here. And what I'll wind up doing is I will go back in to my bottom and my top here in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. And I will color this, I will soften it with some eyeshadow. See, so if you can tell that my top line right here is a little splotchy. So I'm just gonna lightly pull my lid back right here. I'm just gonna line it again. This doesn't have to be perfect if you're doing falsies because it's gonna glue over the top of it and you'll be fine. So I come back in here and with the same color as I did my dark, I'm just gonna take the end of my angled brush like this and I'm just gonna smoke this out a little bit. Here I am smoking with none of the cancer risk. Speaking of smoking, did y'all see that they sold $3.2 million of legal marijuana in the city of, in the state of Illinois on Sunday? Or was it Tuesday? The days are mixed up. The first day of sales, $3.2 million. The tax on that's 30%. Are you kidding me? Okay, so I've smoked this eye out, as you can see. I see there's just a little more definition than there is on this one because it's not smoked. And all I really am doing is I'm just kind of going over the top of this eyeliner with a color to soften it. Now, you're going to see a lot of makeup people and YouTubers like going right here. Like, see where that waterline is? Mine is flesh colored because I don't want a disease. So I don't put makeup there. That's meant for tears and eyes. It's not meant for Maybelline. So we're not doing all that. Feel free, you can get your eye disease if you want, but that's not for me. No thanks, honey. Okay, we're gonna slap on our mascara so we can get the show on the road. I use a Benefit. It's from the brand Benefit. It's called Bad Girl because it's on sale. The most important thing when picking out mascara, there's three things. One, you want to make sure you're not allergic. 2, you want to make sure it's not going to flake into your eye. Super cheap mascaras by the end of the day start to like clump and flake off, and honey, you don't want that in your eye. 3rd, the most important is the wand. So yes, I buy mascara for the wand. I like a long wand. I like them long. I like a long wand that is going to cover my entire base with few swipes. I've got like big eyes and a little nose, so that's what I like. So all I'm doing is I am bringing this brush to, I can just barely feel it on my eyelash. and then I'm letting my eyelashes do the work. There's nothing worse than stabbing yourself in the eye with a mascara wand. Trust and believe. I did it last week. Do it all the time. Okay. Slap that on. It's going to dry. You take your torture clamps. To use these things, you close your eye, bring it up to your eye, like so it barely touches it. Open it, and then clamp it. And yes, I'm missing the top cushion. I don't care. It's still just as good. Clean these every so often. So about once a week, I'll just take a makeup remover wipe, and I'll clean the pad, because see, look, it gets dirty. See that? Make sure you clean it. Okay. We're gonna give this a second to dry, but we are gonna go in and do lips real quick. I got 2 new colors for Christmas. I got one that's matte and one that's a demi matte. I'm gonna use the matte from Huda, and this is called Showgirl. I overline my lips. I'll show you what that looks like. I'm not super good at this, but I'm just gonna keep doing it until I get good. I use like a wine color. It's called Mood Ring by Tarte. And I'm gonna have to look in the mirror to do this. So, remember, I brought my lips. I like blurred this in. So the point of a lip liner is 2 things. 1, it helps your ass color within the lines, because trust me. 2, it does help to give, sort of like contouring does for your cheeks, which we'll do in a minute. Contouring for your cheeks is like lip liner for your lips. Back in the day, when you had like the, I need a pencil sharpener for your lip shit, it would help for the cream lipsticks to stay on. But they've got lipsticks now that have staying power, like that unique Synergence or whatever that shit is. I don't know. I bought some. I'm a sucker. And this stuff I think is long lasting, so you don't need it for staying power. Now it's more for contouring and to help your ass stay within the lines. So you just want to go like where your lip ends. Like just think about it like you're outlining something. Oh, pull your lip taut too. Oh, look so thin. Look at that. Anyway. Here I am lining. I'm gonna line. Now here's what I say, and I mean when I say I overline. So this is really sitting. I look like a damn clown. This is really sitting at the top of my lip. And a lot of people will go like on the lip, but this is actually on the skin. And I have an uneven face. So like right now, this is too pointy, we'll fix it. I have an uneven face on my lips. So I overline, so I get this over here. This lip is slightly lower than this side, and it drives me nuts. I'm just blending it a little to make it not so harsh. Okay. Pop this on. Okay, put this on. 3 more steps. So, blush. Here's the key to doing your blush when you contour. First, you want to get an angled blush brush. So I don't know if you can tell, but you see how this one like is angled? You want to take the butt of it, like, oh, how will I even say this? You take the butt and like go like this. See what I'm doing? So now your blush is sitting there. And you want to come in here and you want the butt of your blush brush to be right here on this line. So I'm going to do this. And just push up like this, like you're blending it. See? And then hit your apples. Do, 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 do. Okay, go over here. Okay. Your blush. And then you take your big blender brush, blend that shit in. By the way, I'm doing mainly an upward swipe here. It just looks like I'm doing back and forth. I like a highlight because I'm basically a drag queen. So I use chrome paint. It's by Tarte. I was using Unicorn Tears by Too Faced, but it was very, I'll show you. Sorry, it was Candlelight Glow. It was like very pink and white. And it didn't look good. So I don't like the highlighter brushes. They look like little fans and it just pisses me off. So, and this is a loose powder, if you can tell. So I just take a little tiny brush, I pick up some highlight on it, and then do that here. So if you're thinking about this, contour, blush, highlight. Don't get, especially as you get older, don't get it too far up in here. So a lot of the younger girls are doing it right here around their eyes and then blending it down because it gets in your wrinkles. Like this stuff really, don't do that. Put it right here, just right on top of your blush. And here's the cool thing. If you get a little crazy, like crazy, we can fix it. Okay. Put some there, some here, some here. On your nose, and then I put some here on top of my lip. Okay. Now, if you'll remember, let's grab my brush. These are the same places I hit with that pink stuff. You take your blender brush, blend the shit to oblivion. You're highlighted. I go one super extra step, and I like to highlight the insides of my eyes as well as put a little tiny layer here. So I just go back in with a brush, pick up some highlight, and like pat. You don't want to drag it, just pat it down here. If you drag it, you're gonna fuck up your mascara. Don't do it. And I'm putting it above my eyeliner. And then I'm gonna go right here in the center. See how that like picked up some light right there? I'm gonna do this here. Boom, okay, and then right here, like just under my eyebrow. I do it like a little tiny line. Okay. Now it's lash time. Yeah. I got 3 different pairs of lashes. I've never worn any of these. These are new. I got them from the puppies for Christmas. I got a mink, faux mink. And then I got a shorty, which this is what they're called, shit, I don't know. And then I got Samantha, which is a classic lash. And I think today, I'm feeling a little Olivia number 18, which is a shorty lash. So here's the key to applying fake lashes. One is fit, comfort, wearability. I am fortunate that my eye bed seems to fit most standard lashes. So like what I mean is, when I think about this, I can typically go from here to here and not have to cut my lashes. I'm hoping that's the same with this brand. I've never used this brand for lashes, but they were on sale. So we're gonna try. So to test your fitment, there's a couple of things I want to show you. With these lashes, I don't know if you can see it or not. So this is gonna go on my right eye. The reason I know that is if you look, the lashes are shorter here than they are here, right? So like, when I put those on, I want the shorter hairs here, otherwise they're gonna hit the bridge of my nose, and that's annoying as fuck. So, better. That's how you know what goes where. So you just peel them off their little hook. They're gonna look like this, like spiders. They're not very tacky. I mean, you could like tack them right now, but they're not gonna stick to your eye. So you just kind of want to line them up to make sure that they would fit, and you just do that by placing it on your eyelash. Again, we're not gluing these yet. We just want to see like, okay, if I put them here, how are they gonna fall? And for me, they'll be fine. So here is the other trick to wearing eyelashes. When you put them on, you want to look down because, all right, if I close my eyes, the tautness of my eyelid is different than if I have them open versus if I just have them here. Like there's more slack if you think about it, like it's not stretched. So if I'm looking down, it's about mid-center of the eye, which is when your eyelash is the tightest or the most like extended. So that's what you want. So what you do is you take lash glue. So you see this like strip? There's like a black glowy strip. You see it? Kind of shiny. That's where you want your glue. And the key is you are applying your eyelashes to your eyelid. You are not applying them to your eyelashes. You want them to set on top of your eyelash, but attach to your skin. And if you are prone to allergies, I'm thankfully not, test this on like your hand or somewhere inconspicuous, because I don't want y'all looking like the Nutty Professor. Remember when he ate that stuff and then he swelled up and then he went on the date and they had to get like the Benadryl? Yeah, that'll be y'all. So don't do that. Test it first. So all I'm doing is I'm painting it on. Paint, paint, paint. Paint this on. Be generous with it. This stuff is cheap and you want your stuff to stay on. I don't know if you can tell, but it's kind of like white now, whitish purple. You want it to be almost clear when you put these on, because that way it gets tacky. So I'm gonna grab it with my tweezers. They do make special tweezers for this, but I just use regular ones because it works. Not anything special. So I found what's helpful is if you come in from the top down. Think about feeding a toddler airplane, like airplane, no airplane. You want to come in from the top down onto your eye, because then you'll be able to like set it on top of your eyelash. So you want to get it on top and push. Get it in place and then push it against your eye. So I'm going to look down. Here I go. Looking down into this mirror. So they're on top of my eyelashes now. And now I'm just pushing them against my skin. On and down. Push that sucker on in there. Hello? I could be doing a drag show right now. That's lashes. Let's do the other one. These are sister. Pulling it off. I already know they're gonna fit. slapping on some glue. Now, I can usually wear them. The first 4 or 5 times I wore these, I increased the number of hours that I wore them for. Because if you don't have them on right, they're going to be uncomfortable as hell. And the most common thing that becomes uncomfortable is either A, you've put them on the wrong eye, done it, or B, you don't have them over far enough. And these lashes right here will rub the bridge of your nose and it gets uncomfortable as hell. So we're gonna go. Also make sure your hair is away from your eye, otherwise you glue it there. I've done that and that's uncomfortable. Also, be careful you don't glue the lashes to your tweezers. That just happened. See, so I've set them on my lash. I'm gonna adjust them. And now, just pushing them against my skin. Voila. That's how you do it, girls. And then once you fix your hair the way it should be, everything will blend. And all done. That's how you do it. Have fun. Ask me if you have any questions.